Shut the fuck up. Alright. Welcome back. Last time on Group Name Pending, we opened not on the island of Myr, but instead the realm of the goddess Galena, the Saint of Thieves. Visiting Vint, victoriously validating, we're not doing that anymore, she declared that Vint was exactly what she was looking for in her very own god-chosen. Vint, understanding that just next door was a priest who coped and seethed over god-chosen, took the job offer. Then attempted to pickpocket the goddess of mischief and secrets, much to her amusement. Only, when he woke up, he had the sudden realization that it was not, in fact, a dream, and that he was, in fact, now a god-chosen. Therapy will likely be needed to help process that new development, but that is a problem for a different day. Outside, the weather had become a bit shit, but the people were happy and upbeat. In the inn downstairs, even giving small nods of acknowledgement and thanks, but mostly leaving the adventurers to their own devices. Those devices included getting breakfast, talking about Squee, interrogating Squee, learning from Squee that the fancy man was likely some sort of elf, and also learning that Squee recognized individuals in both American and Urian armor. And then, obviously, eating breakfast. With some new information under their belt, the party had only a few other destinations left to inspect, and headed out to go see if they could check up on their friendly captain. Only they arrived too late. As night fell, the party arrived in the southern village and discovered it in a sorry state. Unlike the mining town, the village had appeared to try to fight back against their fate, many dead guards strewn about, and some buildings burned to rubble. Azure recognized that the destruction was incoherent, utterly random, nothing like the sort he'd ever seen. And like before, aside from the guards, there was very little sign of the villagers. Through pure luck, the party was able to discover a set of tracks leading out to the northern forest, but soon lost the trail within its steps and had no choice but set up camp. Some commotion was heard, with Fane and Wissing saying that they heard some chaos near the end of their watch, and for very obvious reasons, the party did not waste time and charged into the tree line to investigate. Like before, all seemed hopeless, but inevitably, a lucky break sent them on the right path. Winston and Fane were sent to go warn Mersone, while the party headed north, and along the way, wandered close enough to pick up the sounds nearby, and charged forth to discover a ramshackle camp surrounded by a ramshackle wall. Vint attempted stealth, fell face first in the mud. Tsalia, meanwhile, decided to make the rational, level-headed decision to climb up the wall, stand in front of the group of pirates, bandits, criminals, and made a few declarations that mostly confused the fuck out of the pirate.
How the fuck was I supposed to know they didn't know what a vampire was?
She would have gotten shot a bunch of times for her efforts, but magic said no, repeatedly. The fight ensued, and Winston and Fane Deus Ex Machina'd into the fight. This was a comfort to everyone but the criminals. The dead men. The head honcho tried to flee the scene and failed so miserably that instead of escaping the party, he instead basically offered himself up to them on a silver platter. The party managed to best the rest of the bandits, pirates, guys, and capture 2 others, freeing the villagers as well as Captain Caro and his first mate. Which is where we open. Vint, I assume you would have obviously probably opened the rest of the cages and allowed the civilians out.
No, put them all back in.
Okay, yeah. Let me just shove them back in here. Then I got you. Don't worry, buddy.
Fuck.
You know, no worries. No worries. I got
you.
All right. I don't really care where they go. They go here. But Captain Caro now stands in front of you, Vint, and he is in a very sorry state. He looks like he's been beaten to a pulp. He is kind of haggard and more than a little roughed up, and his first mate looks only a little bit better than he does.
You pissed him off.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna just let him take me without a fight.
Now you're just covered in blood and a bit of my mud because I put my hand on your shoulder. Oops. I gotta fucking clean this shit.
Yeah, he's pretty much leading against the bars of the cage next to you.
Mhm.
When you would open them, a lot of the people in there had been basically pressed back to chest. They had been stuffed in there like anchovies. There's a lot of tokens on the board right now, but for reference sake, there really is a little bit more than what you see on the board right now. That's just kind of for a little bit of flavor.
For every 1 token, there's 3 people.
Yeah, basically.
Oh boy.
They were they were treated less like people, more like livestock or property.
God damn. What the heck? Is there actually a vampire on this island? What the fuck is going on?
Where's the rest of your group?
They're probably by the entrance. I think Tsalia took the fucking guy I knocked unconscious over here.
Right. There were some other cages, but some wagons came by with, I suppose you can call them, sailing folk like me. Took them
Right.
away.
I did not want to win the bet this way.
Bet?
We were betting on pirates or vampires.
Interesting bet. And he kind of staggers back against his first mate, and the two kind of wander off to go find the rest of your party. The civilians seem a little less roughed up, but no less kind of in bad shape, and a lot of them are very much scared, confused. Some are relieved, but they just look broken, honestly.
Well, I got a cleansing stone from the bathroom, so I'm just gonna go from one civvy to the next. Just clean them up a little.
But not yourself.
No.
The rain will get rid of it.
Yeah,
Hey,
the
you know,
Mudman's not starting with him.
The rain has obviously washed off a good bit of the mud by now.
I mean, he's holding the cleansing stone. Does that activate at all?
No, he's got to tap himself.
Dang.
That's how the cleansing
Yeah, I'll
works. You don't
fucking
just-
clean myself.
You
I
are
rolled a
sparkling
natural
with
1.
pasture.
I had to keep the bit going.
The villagers seem thankful and appreciative of you cleaning them up. A lot of them definitely had, like, you know, soot, ash, mud, dirt, blood. And having themselves cleaned, it seems to be a bit of a relief for them. It's a small consolation.
I think the Dragonborn guys got some healing stuff. That's least they can do is like bandage you up a little. Anyone who's hurt. I'll start sending people on their way as I clean them.
Do you tell them which Dragonborn?
Nope, I just said one of them. One of the Dragonborn guys got it.
I'm not gonna move the giant mass of tokens, but we can just say they basically are shuffling off.
Mhm.
There's 2 Dragonborn right next to each other, so you're both getting pestered.
I might not know a whole lot of healing knowledge, but I probably do know enough to be able to bandage people with what little like cloth I do have. Because I probably keep a tiny bit on me.
Yeah, and you could probably tear off pieces of like the nearby tent or like scrounge up some stuff in the crates to use.
Is Azure helping me copy? Yeah, the Dragonborn are helping patch people up.
They're
They
all
all
coming to you
seem
surprisingly clean.
they all seem deeply relieved and thankful for the help you're giving them.
Hmm.
Some of them are still very quiet and withdrawn, but the ones who are more confident and able to talk, they very much do thank you profusely for saving their lives.
And then the half vampire hovers over their shoulders.
Yeah, when it comes to Tsalia, a lot of people are kind of skittish, but seeing that Tsalia is hanging around what they perceive as their saviors, they kind of put a bit together to at least convince themselves that you're not a threat.
At the very least, some of them have come up with the thought of, we might literally be blood bags, but at least they're treating us better.
Yeah. They're not dead, so that's all that really matters.
I mean, slaves or blood bags. Which would you rather be?
When it comes to vampires, I don't know if there's a difference. By the time Azure and Valor finish up with tending to the civilians, most of them have kind of either settled by the campfire to warm up or have taken some shelter in the spare tents to stay out of the rain, especially a lot of the younger ones, the children and the teens.
Alright. I'll assume that the swarm of people are done.
Yep.
Being over there.
Yep. If you want me to move them around, I can.
No.
It's-
Give me permission to fucking move them around. Go for it.
Sure, fuck it. Let me see if I got this. Oh, I can only do it one by one.
Oh, you can't drag.
No,
That
I
sucks.
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, sure. Here you go. I'll just do it one by one. You guys can talk.
Look now. Is there like a barrel or anything that happens to be like full of water or something?
Oh yes, definitely. The
There
camp
are
has
5 barrels.
the camp has proper rations for them.
Can
Probably
I
not.
can I drag a water barrel over and just dump it on our captives?
No, if you're trying to wake them up, you're gonna need to wait about an hour.
They're unconscious as in they're fucked up.
I soccer ball kicked one in the face.
Yeah, they're out for a while.
Dan?
Plus, that's drinking water. Let's drink that.
Drinking water is important. All right, Buzz, you should have control over all of these tokens now.
Just immediately. Somebody's taking my job.
Yeah, out of the civilians, the captain definitely looks the worst.
No.
Even with healing magic, he's probably going to need. He's gonna need proper medical attention.
Were you the shrill voice we heard screaming in the woods?
Very funny. No, one of the lasses got out, and they chased her down like a dog. Don't know what happened to her next.
Well, the other one who looks like he was beaten like one.
This I've been through worse. Oh, then a few days of bed rest won't fix.
I
More
think
like
you
a
need a
feel-
little more than a few days of bed rest.
Sully, you were also saying something?
Basically he's gonna say the same thing, so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. His first mate obviously kind of gives him a look too, as kind of like implying that he agrees with both Valor and Tsalia. So the captain does kind of relent a bit. I will also say, you guys do still have 10 hours left in the day.
Caro?
Yes, sir. At your service.
May I ask how this all went down? Where they came from? What happened?
Hold up. I'll hand him a healing potion. My last healing potion. Drink up and drink slowly.
He drinks it to the very last drop.
It's
He
10
looks,
hit points.
yeah, he looks reinvigorated, but again, it's still going to need proper like medical attention for him to be like in tip-top shape.
At least there's less pain.
Yeah, there's less pain. He's able to function a little bit better. And I, can fucking try and figure out what voice he had while I was sick. It's been a while.
I'm sick.
That sounds a lot like it.
Oh, fuck you. Thank you, Vint. That was appreciated. So, happened late at night. I was dealing with a lot of my business, trading different spices and other means for the town. It was later at night, just, and he kind of like rubs his head a little bit. We were just finishing up. We had just agreed upon how much money I was going to be paid for all the goods. And then there was shouting. And almost immediately clanging of metal. And he kind of motions to his first mate. We went outside and the town guard were fighting those bloody bandits. They had come through the main road, but they weren't alone. They had, well, like I said, other naval folk with them. You could tell in emotions towards the unconscious two bandits. You can tell by them they've never really gotten their sea legs. Just land-born. But the men who were fighting alongside them, I could recognize immediately that they were experienced on the ocean. They pushed the guard back into the town, and from the forest, more of them came and just surrounded them, butchered the men that were left. From there, it was chaos. They rounded up the civilians, burned the homes of those who tried to fight back, and dragged them, kicking and screaming. We did our best to try to buy some time for some to run, but it was no use.
Hey, Sparky.
Yes.
You mentioned a pirate captain, a rather prolific one. I was looking in party notes. I don't see his name anywhere.
I don't think I said his name. Did I say his name?
I don't remember hearing a name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. You getting this from somewhere?
I don't think I ever said his name.
I don't know. I just.
I'll give it to you anyways. Because it's. I feel like it would be something that would have been mentioned while you were researching.
I was talking with the mayor. Azure was there. Mayor mentioned something about a pirate. Thought he said a name.
I Does
Coffee, jog your memory.
yeah.
Mine does. Doesn't have arms though, just legs.
Yeah. Well, if I didn't say it, well, we'll just retcon it in here now. It was Captain McCoy.
What all?
Carol, does Captain McCoy ring any bells?
At the mention of that name, you can see his expression sour deeply. He's one of the, I suppose you can call him one of the more feared of the, you can see he's kind of like looking for the right words. I suppose you can call him a pirate lord.
Yeah, good.
He's not as prolific as some of the others. More recent, I suppose, but no less ruthless.
I heard mention of a McCoy from the mayor, I believe. Do you have any, perhaps, identifiers? Does his crew operate in a specific way?
He shrugs. I've no personal experience with him.
Come on, Carol, fess up. We know you're a villain.
I've no personal experience with him. Only rumors.
What type of rumors?
Just him appearing on the horizon and cracking ships in two. Stealing away the crew. Killing those he doesn't like.
Alright.
I suppose. And he shakes his head. Nah, I don't really have much. Apologize.
You shouldn't need to apologize. Just look at yourself.
We do our best with what we have. I'm still alive.
I also remembered, I think it was this archer. Maybe it wasn't. One of these two bandits was not unconscious. They
Yep.
were up on the wall and then dragged down.
It would be the archer then. Yeah, he is very fully awake, but he doesn't seem to be very talkative at the moment.
We'll have to change that later. Did you hear anything while you were in the cage?
He motions towards the this man. That man was talking about getting shipments ready for the captain. The captain is really all he said. No names.
Didn't say what they were for?
He cocks a brow, and with his best ability, he straightens up and folds his arms over his chest. And without saying anything, he looks towards the cages that they were all stuffed into. And then he looks back at you. What do you think we were for?
Well, judging by your appearance, slavery might not be the best assumption, but
still the one that's the most true. At least, well, how much do you know about Kraken's Keep?
Very little.
Fuck.
Murstone has a difficult history. I don't know much myself, but rumor has it this used to be a home for all sorts of unsavories. Then Arun come in, kicked them all out, and they went and carved out their own little niche, Kraken's Keep. They have all sorts of different... And he kind of rolls his eyes. Trades, I suppose you can call them.
I can
One of them
see-
is labor, or other body work.
recreation.
Suppose you could call it that.
No need to bring up more of a fuss than there already is.
I'm sure you all have more brains than I do. Probably figure out more than I could. I'm just an old sailor captain with some old stories, some old rumors.
Rumors tend to have the seed of truth hidden within them.
Well, maybe it can point you on the right path. But that's all I got. I've been lucky for these many years. I haven't really had a run-in with any of them. My ship's fast, and very few try to mess with me, I suppose. At least until now.
Wrong place, wrong time.
I mean,
I
you're
suppose.
a captain on an island. You're not supposed to be on land. You're supposed to be on a boat.
I'm a merchant first and foremost, Vint.
Yeah,
I got business to run.
that your luck clearly lies in the sea.
I suppose you're right.
You don't grow old sailing ships without having a few interesting stories.
I guess I got the luck of Ardros on my back.
Well, for now you should get rest.
And he
I
nods.
don't,
Oh, he looks towards the war.
I don't think out here is the greatest idea at best.
We got to give people. I say we give them all an hour before we start moving on. These people probably haven't eaten a good meal in a bit, so let's dig through these crates, feed them, and then we walk for the next 9 hours back to Murstone proper. Any objections?
No.
All right. I'll start going through these crates and barrels and shit.
The first mate will bring Captain Caro to a tent, and then he'll go sit by the fire. Is anyone else going to be searching through crates and junk?
Hello, hold on. Chests?
Uh-huh, yeah.
The tent that's not yours.
It is now.
Tent that probably belongs to the townsfolk.
I gotta figure out what it is.
Vint,
Lock the
I will cut off your hands.
Anyone who is searching through the crates and the boxes and the chests and all that stuff, give me a investigation check.
I
Is
will
this
help.
chest locked?
The chest is not locked.
I will open it.
What were you saying, Coffee?
What's my investigation?
Mm-hmm. I'll help, but my roll's probably gonna be dog shit.
So we got 2 dirty 20s, a 12.
12 and a 2.
Roll 20. Hates
Well,
me.
Well, also, to be fair, everyone else ate up the luck before you.
Valor
Not everyone can be
finds
super lucky.
Okay. Speak that to me like we didn't play 4 sessions of Ad Ava with me rolling nothing but 86s.
Valor finds a very fancy looking rock.
You found a spork.
So, Valor finds just the basic stuff. You know, some foods and different seasonings that were very obviously taken from the surrounding towns and villages. And some that were probably harvested in
I mean,
the forest, but it's
to be fair,
nothing
that's
special.
kind of what Valor was looking for.
Objective
Yeah.
accomplished.
Like, it's nothing fancy. It's like breads, cheeses.
Well,
some meat.
Valor wasn't looking for anything fancy.
Yeah. Lord,
What
bring
the
food.
fuck was that
to people.
noise? I heard a roar.
It sounded like a goat cow.
Ambience.
It was a moose.
Tsalia, you
Oh, skip the 12, huh? Straight to the 20s.
you're searching chests. You're
I
in a
am.
completely different situation than everyone else right now. Tsalia, you are able to find much the same as Valor, but you're also able to find a few well-aged bottles of ale and fine wine. At least a good, say, 10 bottles total. About 4 wine bottles, 6 ale. As well as...
Tsalia will just kind of look around and slowly hide the wine underneath her cloak.
You... I'll cut off your hands!
How many are you taking?
I'll take one.
Do I
Okay.
see this?
Um,
I'm just doing passive perception, so that would be fucking
passive.
15 for me. Make the sleight of hand check to see if you fucking hide it from me.
yeah. Roll sleight of hand, Tsalia.
You threatened to cut off my hands.
You notice. Vint, you notice.
And now I can take what I want.
You have a grudge now. You have ammunition. Azure. Just like Tsalia, you are able to find a lot of the same. Very fine foodstuffs. You know, you are able to find a set of cook's utensils, which I'm sure someone will get some use out of.
I want,
Don't you have one?
but these are nice.
You're also able to find some finer seasonings. You know, definitely something that can
Fucking Tabasco sauce.
that will definitely boost like the flavor and the heartiness of whatever meal you guys decide to make. Basically, I will allow you to use those seasonings to up the kind of score of the meal, right? So rather than just like a basic kind of run-of-the-mill one, it would be, where is the party resources? I think it's actually in party notes. Gotta check here.
No, resources. So
Oh, it isn't. It is in resources.
squalid, poor, modest, comfortable, wealthy, aristocratic.
Oh, whoops. I put that in the wrong
So-
section.
So it would basically, because you're just scrounging something up in like the middle of the woods, right? It would probably be. We'll say at this current moment, with all the food combined, you're able to make a modest meal. All the food,
Good.
all the seasonings. you would be able to make a modest meal for everyone.
And these people coming from an unnamed village, yeah, a modest meal, probably gonna do pretty good for most of them at least. Like that's probably gonna be the best meal they've had forever.
It's gonna be the best they've had in a while. Vint, you crack the chest, and just like Tsalia had assumed, it's filled with a lot of the belongings of the townsfolk. You got a few toys from the children that, for the most part, have just kind of been thrown haphazardly in there.
Mm-hmm.
Any of them that may have had any metal or shiny things on them have basically been broken.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the bits and pieces have been strewn about. There's clothes of all different makes, from relatively poor to relatively fine. There's also just heaps of silver and copper with a few scattered gold coins.
Money.
But there's also just a lot of what looks to be wedding bands or
God.
earrings.
Buzz, you're not bankrupting this entire town.
Buzz, not Vint. Buzz.
yeah. Zephy is talking directly to you, Buzz.
You are not bankrupting this entire town.
You're getting threatened IRL.
How much money is it?
More than you could carry right now.
God.
Basically, you have to think. There's been 2 towns that have been looted now.
Mm-hmm.
This looks to be like a collection of all that combined wealth.
I mean, there's a reason it's in a chest.
I'll take 10 gold and that's it.
If you're trying to dig around for gold, then just roll me I'm going to say 2d6. Because you have to keep in mind, this is a village, right?
A nameless village.
A name. These are a nameless village. You managed to find about 5 gold in here.
Okay. Yay me.
That one, I would say, also give me a sleight of hand check.
Fucking wine is definitely worth more than 5 gold.
You're still taking people's gold. You know.
Hey,
Oh
it's
no!
wine, not
I
somebody's
wonder if
livelihood.
anyone will see me do this.
Nah.
Shut the fuck.
Unless someone is actively going to be looking for you, nah.
Only the gods that judge you.
Galena feels neutral. She knew what she was getting into when she made Vint, her god chosen.
What about all the others? How many gods has he angered?
All of them. They're all just looking at Galena and just like frowning at her.
All of them except the god of misery. Suck it, villagers.
Oh god.
Ow, my fucking side hurts. Okay. It's my Crohn's disease acting up.
That is everything you find there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Zephy, I believe
Zephy?
you have, or not, Valor. I believe you have the handy spice pouch as well,
I do.
and I think you also have the infinite coffee cup.
I do.
It's gonna be a long day. Everybody gets a glass of coffee. Coffee? Coffee. Look. No, we're not mixing you. You're gonna have the time of your life. You're gonna have the time of your life.
we're gonna have to use a big boy blender and then immersion blend you.
Just roll if you would like, because if you use both your spice pouch and also the coffee, you, with all the food that everyone has found, all the seasonings, all that stuff, you can upgrade this meal to a comfortable meal.
If I fail, will it lower, or will it just stay modest?
It will just stay modest. I will just say, a roll, like a 1d20 roll to make sure the coffee cup doesn't get angry. The coffee cup is not angry.
Oh, okay.
It's upset, but it's not angry.
It's only on a 1 does the coffee cup decide to not dispense coffee.
Okay. I thought you were gonna make me make a cooked utensils roll.
I mean, if you'd like.
Roll 20 hates me. Are you kidding me?
You want to upgrade this again?
I would like to, but I also don't want it to A, drop, and B, roll 20 hates me.
It won't drop. It won't drop.
I will assist you. Okay? So you'll get advantage.
I will say, you will not you will not drop it. You found enough stuff. You have enough stuff in your inventory and in the crates here where you can only go up.
Like, we are firmly at comfortable right now, right?
You can only go up in quality.
Uh-huh.
So
What
we can again, we're at comfortable, right?
what ability would he be using though?
With cooks, so with
I could honestly see it as either charisma, wisdom, or intelligence. Just any of the mental stats.
That's basically what I was considering. I believe with a lot of tools, it's
Fucking
whatever.
seduce the vegetables.
I believe with tools, it's basically whatever modifier the player would like to use.
I would like to use charisma.
I mean, Buzz, you're telling me there aren't chefs out there that cook with that don't
You know
cook
what?
with
Cook with
charisma?
flair.
No, charisma. I would say would be more about the presentation of the meal. I can see it now. I can see it now.
Mhm.
Go ahead. Roll me with charisma.
I don't have proficiency yet.
You do still get the +1 bonus though from using the cook's utensils. You're not trained in them, but you still get the bonus.
Sweet.
And an
And-
advantage.
An advantage. Because Vint is helping me.
Yeah, we're cooking by the campfire.
17.
It would have been a fucking 8.
It is on the
Wealthy
same par as a wealthy meal.
Woo!
You are able to masterfully cook the meat just perfect. You toast the bread, and you manage to get a little bit creative, melting some of the cheese and the herbs on top of it, making just like these wonderful smelling combinations. And the warm coffee, it's reinvigorating. It puts life back into the people. And just the way you cook it, the warmth you radiate to the people, the kindness you share with them, the words I assume you give to them, and everyone seems so much more hopeful.
Yay!
You think there's an aristocrat in this group?
If there is one, he's a cunt.
I'm pretty sure the aristocrat was probably shipped off first.
He would be worth a lot of money.
All right.
If you all are sharing in this meal, do me a favor and roll 1d10.
Fuck. Dude, this is probably the wealthiest meal Vint has ever eaten.
And I cooked it.
Hey,
You
I
helped.
helped.
Oh my fucking god.
I rolled
So-
a 2.
That is all the bonus hit points you guys gain.
Oh my god. Temp HP.
I'm sad.
Zephy, because temp HP.
Yep.
Because this is not a spell, this does not go away in like an hour. This will stay for a bit.
It lasts for 8 hours.
I'm sad.
Or 16 or 24.
Also, Zephy,
Yeah.
Because you made such a wonderful meal, I will allow you to add a +2 to that roll, so you have the same amount of temp HP as Myra.
Yay.
I have blue HP.
I also have blue HP. I can't see your blue HP though.
Rip.
Also, because of the hard work that you put in reinvigorating the life of these downtrodden and traumatized villagers, Valor,
Yeah.
you gain a point of inspiration.
Oh
Yay!
my god.
I have one inspiration.
Obviously, this is like a big boy inspiration point instead of like bardic inspiration, so this does not go away until you use it.
Big boy.
All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
How long does it take to cook the meal?
Are you? I mean, we can say this takes an hour.
Okay.
You know,
So-
you're making a giant meal for a lot of people.
Yeah. So it takes an hour. I wanted to make sure we rested an hour after eating and such. So
You can count the full hour as a short rest, because just because you're making a meal, you're sitting around a campfire. You're in a camp. Go
I'm
ahead.
just gonna be spending this time staring at the archer.
He is looking away.
I will move seats every time he does.
Fane and Winston do not stop you.
I will break him.
What's my constitution modifier? What's the plus one? I got all my hit points back.
I got exactly all of my hit points back. Okay, wait, short rest, so I rolled a D8. Okay, I rolled a hit back.
Valor is the only one that didn't get fucking. Is the only one that didn't get smacked.
The fighter, the tank of the party, took no damage.
I don't think that's for lack of trying either. I think I very much tried to hurt him. I just kept missing.
Ting, ting, ting.
So, to be clear, it takes an hour to cook, and then we're sitting around for an hour because I want to make sure all these people get at least a decent rest before we start fucking heading out.
All right. Okay.
So, you said there was 10 hours left, was it?
Yep. So there will be 8 hours left.
Yeah. We got eight of daylight. Okay.
Also, I would say during this time, after like the meal and everyone has kind of been like reinvigorated and their spirits have been increased. I'm sure you share with them not just coffee, but you know, some of that fine ale and fine wine. What's up?
No, we have to share coffee. We have
I'm
to
gonna fucking.
Pass coffee around.
So
Okay, here's the question. What kind of sharing, though?
share. Should we just call it Starbucks since coffee's in the campaign? Should we just name drop?
You all die! New campaign!
No, it's not Starbucks. It's Moon Deer.
Fuck! Oh, I'm gonna fucking scream. So, Tsalia, I'm imagining you're sharing some wine with some of the, you know, the older villagers. I imagine Winston
No,
and...
we're sharing the wine with exclusively the 5-year-olds.
No. Winston, is just running around and having some laughs, playing around with the children, and every so often the children will run up to Valor and will bounce around him or tug at his leg and stuff.
I go and grab all the bottles of ale and hand them out to each and every child.
Tsalia is smited by her deity. Tsalia dies.
Valor will let the children climb him like a jungle gym.
Oh, they love it.
Sure.
And a few of them do kind of remain either on your
I'll be
shoulders or on
back.
your back, just kind of clinging to you.
Valor walks over. He's got 6 kids. He's just carrying.
They're not obviously as lively or as energetic like any kid would be. They've been through something harsh, but they're definitely happier.
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes sparkle. They have life in them, and being around Winston, definitely aids in their demeanor. Fane, every so often, a child will run up to him, and he won't play with them, but he'll ruffle their hair or pat their back or give them something to go and take over to their friends to play with. And I'm sure some individuals are just hanging around Azure, just watching him with his lute, wondering if he'll play a song or something like that.
Sing, motherfucker! No, okay.
It definitely does help a lot. Just having some really good food and having the company of their heroes and the music. The townspeople, the villagers, they soon enough they feel alive again. And the 2 hours comes and goes, unless anyone would like to do anything, obviously.
We gotta figure out how we're taking the chests full of their belongings. Because we got 3 prisoners and 3 strong guys.
Captain Caro would say, as long as they, you guys can get to a town, he can send for someone to use carts to get that stuff back and forth.
But the fucking pirates are inevitably coming back here. That's the problem. They're gonna take shit, at the very least. They're not leaving this place with... So, we gotta get some of the stuff.
Oh, yeah. So, let's think here. Let me see. I'm just gonna check something with chests.
How much does this weigh?
Basically, I'm just checking to see. Okay. Valor, what is your carrying capacity?
15 times strength mod. Score.
Yes, I realize. Give me a second.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. I had to calculate this a lot because I always have people asking me questions with the larger carrying capacity.
Yeah.
270.
270.
210.
Okay. 210 for Vint?
Yep. I got a fucking 14 in my strength, dude.
Right.
I am a thief. I steal things. I gotta carry it.
Can you check Fane and Winston for me?
Yes.
We can carry 135 pounds.
Fane is the same at me at 270.
70? Okay.
Winston's 240.
240. Okay, so Winston is obviously, a tough guy, but he would still need a little bit of assistance from Vint. Valor and Fane, they would...
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Nope, you're fine.
Again, this was the problem. We have 3 prisoners and 3 strong guys.
Yeah. Valor and Fane would be able to carry the chests. The first mate says that, you know, he comes over. He offers to basically help handle the prisoners. You know, he holds up ropes, you know, just say, like, you know, we can basically tie their wrists and lead them back where we need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the easiest way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Before the fucking douche nozzles woke up, I would have patted them down to make sure they don't have, like, knives on them to cut themselves loose or anything.
Yep, you would loot them of about, like, you know, 5 fucking knives and a couple darts.
I do actually have a semi-fun fact I can tell everybody.
Okay.
So, fun fact, back in medieval Europe, because of the way things were, oftentimes the best source of drinkable liquid was actually the safest source of drinkable liquid was actually just outright ale. So everybody got to drink the ale, even the kids.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but we are in a magical society where there is purified, you know, food and drink and all that stuff. So.
Yep. Also, medieval Europe was just a shithole.
Yep.
I mean, medieval China was actually kind of fine.
All right. So, is there anything anyone else would like to do before the 2 hours are up?
I got nothing. We're getting all 3 chests.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, I'm set.
Okay. So, let me move you guys back to the overworld.
I imagine we're not going to be able to move as fast.
It's you've reinvigorated the people. You've given them time to rest. You've given them a good meal. You've given them a lot more energy than they would have had. If you had just left immediately, yes, it would have been a little bit slower. But because of the care you took and everything that you have done for them, they are able to move just fine. The only real hindrance is probably the chests.
I think we should head just north and take the northernmost road.
If we go north, we could come across the northern town. We could take them straight to the northern town. But we don't know if that's safe or not.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the Mirestone mine is cleared out. We don't know shit about the northern town. It could be dangerous as fuck.
But think about it this way. They went from the southernmost town and were headed north. I get the feeling that they're more than likely coming from maybe southwestern. Going near Mirestone Mine might be more dangerous. It might... Just because it's cleared out doesn't mean they can't be coming from that direction.
We also don't know which town they really started with. We know that they got to the southern town recently, and then the mine not too long, a couple of weeks back. So, if we assume that they went this way, they could have come from this way.
Also true.
They could have started with the northern town. So which route are we taking?
We could just... Well, I mean, we gotta go north anyway to get out of the damn forest. And then we can maybe see on the horizon any smoke or anything from this town, if there's any.
Could.
Because that would be within sight line. Also, crackle.
Oh,
Yeah,
let me
crackle.
fix that. Gotta figure out why that does that.
Yeah, and 2.5 miles. Yeah, that's definitely horizon smoke distance.
We'll figure out what I'm gonna have to do some testing at some point. It might just be like the time that it takes. Oops.
All right. Let's head north, and then we'll decide on the southern or northern route, dependent on whether or not there's smoke at the northern town.
Do remember that if you want to roll a survival check, you can increase your pace.
Would we like to attempt survival?
I have a fucking +3.
I can roll for Fane and Winston.
Well,
And
wasn't it one person or the entire group?
Yeah, you can decide to have one person be the one who rolls, or you can all roll if you're not confident in your luck.
Do we have to So we have to decide that before we roll.
I'd imagine so.
For now, because it's a mechanic that you guys are going to still be getting used to,
Mm-hmm.
I will be a little bit more forgiving and
Okay.
allow you to decide after the roll. Once you guys have properly gotten used to this mechanic, you will have to decide beforehand.
Okay.
Who's got the best survival?
I say solo.
Okay.
You said after. I rolled a 20. Solo.
You are able to cut your travel time in half.
Double time.
Yeah, let's get here or about here. Yeah, we'll get to the road itself, and then can we see smoke
No.
in the distance?
We
No?
might be able to see the town itself.
Hills or anything?
It's relatively flat terrain.
Okay, so
From where you are, it's sort of like a downward slope,
Mhm.
so you would be able to see the town in the distance.
Mhm.
It looks fine.
Wish we could see people from this distance.
Which you unfortunately would not be. Not be
Quick,
able to.
somebody get an elf! What do their elves eyes see?
quiet you.
No. I
This
will
isn't-
never be silenced.
This is not the Ring Lords.
Okay, do you know the lore behind why elves can see better than humans?
No.
It is fucking weird and funny. Apparently, the lore behind it is because to the elves, and specifically the elves, the world is literally flat. So they can see farther because of that. To everybody else, the world is round, but not to the elves. Do we want to go visit this town? Because, I mean, we might also want to warn these guys.
Yeah. Cam. I assume they got your spyglass.
He moves over to the chest that Fane is carrying, cracks it open, digs around, pulls it out.
Fuck yeah. All right. What can we see over there?
He actually just kind of hands it off to you.
Oh my god, with my good perception of fucking +5. Yeah, I'll do it.
Better than my perception.
Alright. What can I see with a 15?
People are moving. People are walking around. There's a ship in the nearby harbor. There's, a couple fishing boats in the distance. They're basically specks, but you can tell from the size that they're fishing boats. It seems.
They
All right.
don't look like rough and tumble. Like, what? Any flags on the ship? Markings? Anything?
How well does Vint know? You know, kind of like naval flags. How like he's lived in like Dawnbreak. How much has he paid attention to any of the flags?
I didn't grow up on the west side.
Yes,
There's
but...
also the fact.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No. You finish your statement and then I'll say mine.
No. Okay, you go first.
I was gonna say
No,
there's also the
I'm polite.
fact. There's also the fact that even if Vint doesn't know it himself, he can describe what it looks like, and there is someone who is an actual sea captain standing right next to us.
Yeah.
If he doesn't know it, but he does describe it,
yeah,
then the captain would say it's the flag of a room.
Okay.
But wait! The pirates went to a rune!
It's not the flag of like Dawnbreak or any of like the Navy, but it's like the general flag of a room.
I mean, does the ship have cannons?
No.
Okay. Then I think we're okay.
At least not on the fucking top deck.
I think we're okay.
All right. Yeah, let's go. We'll go north, I guess.
Okay. So because you've double timed it, you basically spend. Pardon. Go ahead.
Are we sending anyone to warn them that shit's going down on the island, or what?
I should ask, are you stopping by the town, or are you just continuing on to Murstone?
I want to move on to Murstone. I don't want to risk this fucking town. But the rest of the party also gets a vote, so.
Winston, go and scout!
Do you actually tell him to?
No, it's Winston. Winston scouting is a terrible idea. I mean, I really feel like somebody should. But like...
Alright. Azure, Tsalia, take this fucking chest. Your combined strength should be able to fucking carry it with Winston.
Crumples.
Nice.
I'll quickly make my way to the town.
Okay.
I will fucking slow down the moment it looks like a crowd gathers of any kind. Like, I'm keeping my eyes trained on this place. I don't trust it.
No one pays attention to him. Everyone just kind of is going about their day. Some, will give you a nod. You're a traveler.
Okay.
Welcome to the town, but no one really gives you a second look.
Alright. I'll start asking around for the mayor.
There is no mayor, but there is obviously a head of the town.
Head of the town. Close enough.
So they point you towards like the main townhouse.
Mm-hmm. Your village chief.
Yeah. And it's an older gentleman, and he, is talking to someone inside. I don't know, a relatively polite conversation.
Oh boy, there is no tension in this village at all. Okay, that's great.
Time to make some tension.
Sir. Village chief guy.
Yes, hello. What can I be of service?
Do you know anything that's going on Murstone right now? Or are you guys pretty isolated right now?
No one's told us about anything. Is there something important?
Yeah. There's pirates. They've started... Southern Town? Gone. It's been turned to rubble. They've taken the people, put them in cages rather, and started shipping a few of them off. My group has rescued a few people, but I don't think we got everyone.
Oh, dear.
Either be on your toes and start putting up defenses, or come with us to Murstone proper.
He kind of looks at you and he seems a bit baffled for a moment, but you know, you're not trying to fucking deceive him, so. Thank you for your information. Tell the mayor of Murstone that we are thankful for his warning. And he turns to the man he was talking to. The days of yore. Tell the crew to set sail immediately. Tell them to... Oh, my. How many ships are there? And he's looking to you, Vint.
Yeah, we haven't seen any ships proper. We just got what little information we've been able to squeeze out of our prisoners.
Hey, they're not prisoners.
We got
They
three
are
prisoners.
prisoners.
We got 3 prisoners.
Oh, right.
We have a literal pirate
You're
prisoner.
talking about the townspeople.
No. And the townspeople as well. There.
And the
them-
goblin.
Tell them to alert the Irunian naval vessels. Hopefully they can send us support. And rally the town guard.
Real quick, before you run off and start warning them, what information we do have on the pirates. The captain is pretty pompous looking elf, pale. And they've got people in both Anakin and Irunian armor. Do not stop for any vessels on the sea itself. Go to Irun or another town to get help.
Thank you. Thank you for your warning. We deeply appreciate it.
Mhm.
Go. Rally the guard. And he, sends off, his assistant and heads off to go get some other stuff ready.
All right. I'll fucking jog back to the group.
He suddenly
Takes
pulls
you-
out a scimitar.
It takes you about an hour total to get there and get back, not including, obviously, the few minutes you spent with the mayor.
Mhm.
You still have 7 hours of daylight.
Well, we had 8 hours.
Let me check. So that should be about 6.5.
6.5 hours of daylight. Okay.
Yeah, because you rocked the survival check.
Yeah. So we got 12 miles left.
Which is effectively 6 miles.
All right.
Should be fine.
All right. Town's not full of pirates, so that's good news. They're sending a ship out to warn, to get some help from Maroon, and they're going to set up some defenses, it looks like.
Well, at least we'll have backup. Hopefully we can stop this from getting any worse. Let's get moving.
Onward!
Okay. So you had 6.5 hours remaining. It would take, let's say, rounding up, we'll say it takes you about 5 hours to get to Murstone.
All right.
So You arrive just as it's turning to night. Or, well, it's solidly night, because the day doesn't really end until 12.
Mhm.
The people are... They're tired, but they're thankful to be safe. And many in Murstone who are still out and about quickly basically move to assist. And, they kind of, a few town guards come over and help shepherd the prisoners, or not the
No.
prisoners, the townspeople to safer areas, while the mayor, drawn by the commotion, comes over to greet you. What's all this?
Uh,
What's left of this southern town
yeah. Who we were
my.
able to save.
and the mine, maybe.
I do think I recognize a couple of miners in the group. But... oh my.
We found them all in cages, surrounded by pirates and bandits on the eastern edge of the island.
The northern town seemed fine, but they were entirely unaware. They're working on defenses and have already sent out a ship.
He takes a moment and seems to mull over what you've just told him. Watching all the visibly haggard townsfolk, being taken to warmer, buildings. Hopefully warmer beds. And he looks back to the rest of you. You have done this island a great service. Now that we know there are more nefarious elements looking to set their sights on this island, I will make sure to rally the guard and set up defenses on Murstone proper itself. While I believe they would be a fool to try to take this town, we will try to disparage them from trying.
That seems like a good plan.
I deeply thank you. You have been a boon to me and my people ever since you have arrived.
You are very welcome. We won't be leaving just yet. I know that we want to try and see if we can't catch these individuals to stop this.
I understand. For as long as you stay here, please enjoy free lodging.
Hey.
It's... I think you've more than deserved it.
Thank you. We appreciate it greatly.
Now, I will, if you don't mind, I need to tend to these people and make sure they are seen to, and all who need medical attention are given it.
Of course, of course.
And he nods and hurries off. The first mate does take Captain Caro back to the docks. He does tell you, the first mate does tell you that they'll be sending for a doctor, and the captain will likely need a couple days, if not a week, of rest before they can properly set off.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait to hunt down pirates.
Why am I at the southern entrance?
That's where you guys left. That's where you guys left. So that's the last position you guys had. So let me just.
I mean, I was at the inn.
But why was
Again, like,
Vint
it was just it's just where we last were. Wayne and fucking
Wayne.
Winston and Fane. I mixed them.
Right?
I ship it.
The bromance.
All right, then there's also the other Wayne, the other fucking campaign.
All right. So, after some time, the guards will come back. They'll take the chests of, belongings, as well as taking the prisoners to, say the prison is right next to. The prison will probably be
Right next to the tavern.
down here. We'll call it down here.
That's an uncomfortable location to put the fucking prison.
It's moved decently far from. No, yeah, you're right. We'll move it here. It's decently far from most houses, so it won't cause anyone any problems.
So, is it prison, or is it prison barracks?
Prison barracks.
Okay.
I doubt they have a
it's the
prison
guardhouse,
barrack
right? So they have it's the guardhouse. That's where the guard are kind of stationed. They have cells in there.
One guardhouse.
We'll just keep that there. You can see the name of that little flag, correct?
No.
No?
No, I can't.
You have special permission.
Do I?
Here.
There
That
we
should
go.
fix it. Okay. And I'm also going to fucking... What's that? Why?
Why?
Because help.
Put the prison in the middle of the street.
There was a pink circle.
I know. I'm making fun.
Oh, moving it onto the map layer.
And the name's gone. Now it's back.
Yeah, I tried moving it onto the map layer to get it out of the way, but nah, doesn't matter. Okay. So, what do you guys do?
Well, it is fucking late.
It is.
Yeah, we gotta rest up and then go hunt pirates.
I would like to say something that Valor does do before he
Uh-huh.
goes to bed is, while it isn't going to be the most accurate thing, he
What
does...
the hell?
What?
That fucking Fane was just moved. in a
Fane
weird
was
spot.
breaking the laws of physics.
I think me and you were holding the token at the same time. I do want to draw out a rough map of where we have been, mainly so that we as a party know the location of where that encampment was.
Yep.
In relation to everything else.
I assume you probably have even been given a map of Murstone proper itself. So,
Yeah. Yeah, but like, I like kind of make a new one that is a little like I reference the one
Like-
that we've been given, but make another one that's
Copy.
less. Yeah, like a copy of it that's less sparse on details, so that I can draw out more actual routes and
More
markers.
sparse. You mean more sparse?
More sparse. My brain
More
is
sparse.
tired. My brain is tired. More sparse in details on the map, so that when we find things, I can like as Valor with my cartographer's tools and whatnot, I can kind of mark out everything on it.
Bogo's minted.
Photography tools. Fuck yeah.
you will not have to really do a roll for that. You know,
Woohoo.
it's
You got a fucking book. You got a map right there. Copy. Done.
yeah, you're able to do
But
it.
what about forgery rules?
Yeah,
I
he's
will
not
assist if I
forging
have to.
something. He's
I
not
have
forging.
the forgery kit. I will assist. Shut up.
Okay, so I assume you all are just going. Once that's done, you all will take a. If you have nothing else to do, you'll be taking a long rest.
Not tonight. Well,
No, we're not
Is,
taking a long rest tonight, apparently.
is Nafia still awake?
She actually greets you when you guys return to the inn.
Well, Novio, did you learn anything about our friend?
I'm not sure. Maybe a bit. The first night or the first day after you guys left, I did my best to kind of keep an eye on him. Well, after giving Squee his lessons, of course. I noticed him arguing with the lighthouse keeper outside of the lighthouse, but I wasn't able to hear any real words. Just a lot of hand waving and shouting.
Huh?
Later in the night, I tried to keep an eye out for him, and I did manage to catch him walking around, but I wasn't able to follow him. I managed to lose him. The second night, though, I wasn't really able to get anything of value. I didn't even really see him all that much.
Damn. Well, we have a while now. I've got the feeling that by the word shipment, perhaps the ship has already set sail.
Oh yeah.
We'll probably be waiting here for it to return. Well, only thing we can do now is to rest up and interrogate our prisoners in the morning.
Prisoners? You managed to get prisoners?
3 this time, a new record.
Wow.
And none of them are dead.
Now that's the one that I'm impressed by.
To be fair, the goblin deserved it.
I won't really argue.
Tried to shoot me with lightning.
I'm gonna note that down. Thank you, Vint.
What did Vint just do?
What?
Suck it.
I immediately check for my wine.
You still have your wine.
I immediately check my goals.
You still have your gold.
Oh man.
I check for my soul.
You never
Huh?
had that in the first place.
Damn, you're right.
Couldn't steal it from you if I wanted to.
What happened? I'm so confused.
Vint, do you want to share with the class?
Nah.
Nothing bad. Don't worry. It's just something that might come back later. We'll see.
Vint is doing
Bite me,
sneaky
yeah.
shit.
Okay. Before anything, is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go spy on the lighthouse keeper. If Squee had a fucking argument with him.
Oh, by the way, Nafia does dig into her bag. Oh, by the way, Squee handed this off to me.
What the hell?
Kind of said that it was thanks for everything, quote unquote. And she holds up a opaque glass sphere. And on a closer inspection, you can see kind of like a slit carved into its surface, almost like an eye. And she offers it over to Vint.
Yahoo.
It's a nifty little thing.
Identify.
You guys can spend like the remaining hours of the night figuring out what it is, and it's something called the Eye of the Bookworm.
Huh.
I believe I already sent
Yeah.
some rules to you, Vint. So if you want to put that into the party notes, you can.
Sure. If I can wear them notes. Where?
Control
where?
F the item.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah, this is some nerd shit. Which nerd wants it?
Tsalia doesn't say anything. She just raises her palm.
Valor sits somewhere with a sketchbook. I'm not a nerd. Don't give it to me.
Fade gives you a turns his head towards you. Valor says nothing, looks back ahead.
Valor immediately amends his statement. I'm not a bookworm. Don't give it to me.
So,
did
Solid,
no one hear that? Oh, okay.
No, we heard
Yeah.
it. We heard it.
Yeah.
We heard it. Fane pats you on your shoulder, Valor.
So, Tsalia gets it?
Seems like Tsalia gets it.
Fane gets a huff and like a draconic chuff in response.
All right. So, the night passes uneventfully. Azure, you have a nice night's sleep. No nightmares this time.
What?
Plot twist.
And
The
in the
lighthouse
morning-
keeper's evil.
oh, that's right. You were going to follow the lighthouse keeper.
Yeah, there he is.
Give me.
I'm just gonna put myself there. You can decide exactly where I am, but I'm there.
I mean, why the lighthouse keeper? I think the priest is more suspicious.
Squee was arguing with him for some reason.
No, the priest was, not Squee.
You said Squee, motherfucker.
I
So-
did not hear squeak.
Yeah, Nafia was saying that after her lessons with Squee, she was following the priest because Tsalia basically told before you guys left last session. Tsalia told Nafia to keep her eye on the priest,
Uh-huh.
so that's what she did while you guys were gone.
Okay. I will spy on the priest because I entirely misheard you.
Give me a stealth check first, and then
That's okay.
a perception.
Hey, that's better than my investigation.
Okay.
Not great. Good. Not great.
You stick to the shadows.
What's
of-
with the 8? What
I
the
just
fuck,
realized-
roll
holy
20?
shit. I just realized, holy shit. Goddamn. Okay.
I mean, you started with an 8.
Like, roll 20 isn't just handing me 8s, it's handing all of us 8s consistently.
You stick to the shadows and kind of just vanish within them. Obviously, without the moon just hidden behind all the rain clouds, you are able to be a lot more stealthy than, really ever, right? And you're able to, just a little bit before midnight, you're able to catch sight of the priest wandering through the streets. But as you go to tail him, you unfortunately lose track of him.
Fuck. Where did I last see him?
It would be right around here.
I'm going to, just trajectory-wise, I'm going to assume he went to the lighthouse, and I will I'll make my way there. Try and see if I can pick him back up there.
So let me put that. He's fucking the lighthouse keeper's not fucking there because that's for daytime positioning. Give me a survival check because you're trying to track him.
It is a +3. That's much better.
You, through quick wit and your experiences in Dawnbreak of tailing people and sticking to the lesser known paths, you're able to trail. You're able to pick the trail back up, and you're able to catch him going across the bridge to the lighthouse.
Where the fuck are you going?
Are you going to be following him
Yes.
to the lighthouse? Well, then you're going to be moving out in the open rather than using the alleyways. So
I have a climb speed. I'll fucking be on the side of the bridge.
interesting. Okay, all right.
And I'm unconcerned about falling because I have feather fall.
Oh my fucking god,
Eat dick.
that is very smart.
Like, the rain might loosen my grip. I might fall. But that's okay. I'll live. This is a risk I can take.
There will still be a splash.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Stealth.
Stealth.
That's worse.
Huh. Okay.
I am in darkness. Or
You
dim
are in
light
darkness.
at the so he has disadvantage on any perception checks, and for passive perception, that's a -5.
And you are hanging off. Okay.
He hears a rock break, turns around. There's nothing.
He gets to the door of the lighthouse, but just kind of stops and he stares for a moment. And then he takes a step back, mutters something under his breath,
Oh shit. That's a spell, isn't it?
and heads back across the bridge, passing right over you.
Fucker is a Cthulhu priest. Calling it now.
And you lose sight of him.
Yeah, I'll fucking just investigate the surroundings. He muttered. Does it look like any magical shit happened?
Ow!
Do you have anything that can help you detect magic?
The answer is no. Fucking, did you? Where did Azure come from?
Yeah.
He joined me on the stealth mission.
Azure just instant transmissions.
Oh fuck. He's been stealthier than Vint. Unfortunately, you cannot tell. You have no idea. Nothing looks different.
All right. I will head back to the inn. Clean myself of the mud I got back on me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Question time.
$65 feet.
No.
Around. No.
Yes. These buildings are not 5 feet wide.
Oh god, why fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I was
You are-
looking at the ruler and my brain kind of shut off for a moment. My brain.
I would think
I
like
would.
quintuple minimum.
Yeah. Triple or quintuple.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a valid question. It's a valid question. Because trying to scale in actual fucking town is a bit tricky. So
Yeah,
It's a valid question.
I started to do that in Roll20 for my games. I gave up.
Yeah, it's just approximations, but
I have instead gone for a sort of Skyrim approach in which it is totally not accurate to the actual town itself, but it gets the overall feel.
basically. So yeah, Vint would be over 120 from you.
Whee!
I'm gonna kill you, Vint.
That's how far I am.
You blow up.
I blow up here. The bridge is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, the bridge is gone. You're dead.
The lighthouse falls on top of you.
You step on a World War II landmine and blow up.
What?
You get
Oh, definitely. The lighthouse is a major structure in the town. You would be able to see it from your window.
I would have absolutely stealthed my way back across the bridge. Like, I'm not gonna be seen. I'm not gonna risk the priest turning over his shoulder and seeing a guy following him. You know, fuck it. Do I roll new stealth?
I'm okay. Huh.
just
Chaos.
do it. Roll stealth, roll perception.
Chaos.
It's... Go ahead. Just give it to me.
New stealth or no?
Yeah. New stealth, new perception.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
good, Mint.
Do I roll a fucking natural one? No.
No. What? Yeah. What? One moment. Azure is alone in the inn's room, and then the next moment, Vint is just there.
What you looking out the window for? You looking for titties? That's not. You don't look out the window for titties. I didn't fucking hear shit. I don't know what that is. So I auto-corrected to titties.
Snitties are
Titties?
snake titties.
Alright.
Don't
Nap
think
time.
don't think there's any dragons out there tonight.
Just gotta note
The
down
fucking
what...
Dragonborn bard.
There are just a lot of things right now I got to note down real quick.
I mean, it wouldn't be that much of a leap. You're already dragonborn.
Now you just gotta give dragon birth.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so unless there's more shenanigans,
Yeah. I did my spy work.
you are now on April 9th. Effectively April 9th. It's been 6 days since you all escaped the prison, and the morning is nice and sunny. The mayor has given you all free lodging because of what you have just done. So you are solid.
Old.
If you want to perform for the people, you can. But that's up to you.
Do you want to boost morale? Is basically all you're asking.
Basically. Flavor is flavor.
Fuck morale. What?
You give a wonderful performance, and you get roll me a d4.
You get fucking 1 gold.
Roll me a d6.
Please get a 1. I was so hoping you'd just get 1 copper.
You get 6 copper in tips. I love that. I love that right there.
Oh my god, if he rolled a 4, would he have gotten platinum?
No. 1 and 2.
It's
1 and 2 are copper.
Okay.
3 silver, 4 gold.
Okay. To convert, you would probably have to go to either a bank or a
The
shop.
innkeeper.
Technically. All right. The morning sun rises. It's a beautiful day. What would you all like to do?
So who wants to go torture a pirate?
I'm game.
You have.
It is
you
morning.
have gotten a long rest. You have gotten a long rest. It is morning. You have slept soundly. You have not had a nightmare. Everyone is awake. The mayor will greet you once you leave, though. So, before that happens, if you would all like to have any sort of conversations or anything like that in the inn itself, basically, just do your thing.
Gui, tell me you know what the word fuck is.
Fuck!
Yes.
I don't think he knows.
Nafia looks at you, Vint. I mean, he doesn't really understand it, but it was one of the first ones I taught him.
Good.
Why would you teach him fuck?
You gotta start with the basics, Tsalia.
See? Vint understands.
It's a swear. That's not the basics.
That's exactly the basics.
The basics would be pronouns, nouns, verbs.
He's gotta know and understand how to tell someone to fuck off.
I say fucking giant. It's the first word I learned in giant.
Fane is... Oh, go ahead.
I assume we've all gotten breakfast together.
Yeah, if you are in your room, that's up to you. If you want to have gotten breakfast with everyone else, then there you go.
We're bunk boys. Yeah, we're bunk boys. We're probably sitting next to each other.
You got a plan in mind. I'm keeping that in mind. Valor, have you returned? Valor has not returned. Valor is still BRB.
Motherfucker said real quick. It's been fucking 10 minutes.
Nah.
Going on 20.
Something must have come up, but it's okay.
Are
Winston-
those screaming people?
What?
That is screaming people.
What?
They're screaming children and
Okay.
barking dogs.
So Winston seems to be in much better spirits than after you guys had found the southern town. He is a little bit more chipper. Thane is as stoic as usual, but he does kind of chuckle a little bit at the conversation you three have just shared, which is definitely more than you've had with him.
This is not how you teach people a language.
This is how we teach people language.
It's how I teach people language. You're not teaching him shit.
Hey,
You were in
I've
jail.
taught people giant.
I was in jail.
Not you, him.
Oh, him?
What?
What's going on? I just got back.
Weren't we all in jail?
Yeah.
It's the next morning. So
Yep.
some.
I spied on
conversations
the priest. He got to the lighthouse. He fucking muttered something and then left.
Oh,
Speaking of, let me bring them the fuck back. Now that they're, not in secret locations or asleep.
You are a thief. And you
Yes.
are...
This is accurate. I say, holding something that belongs to you. Just
Give me that
yeah.
back.
fucking. Yeah, I'll hand it to you.
And I am what?
Honestly, I'm not even sure what to call you. A chaotic influence.
I am a delightful influence. I don't know what you're talking about. Venti, you agree with me, right?
Eh.
Fane?
Doesn't matter.
Fane just kind of stares at her. You're an influence. I'll give you that. And then Fane, kind of nudges Valor. I think you can agree.
Valor pointedly ignores the conversation like the dad who's just letting their kids do whatever and is reading the newspaper.
Oh, wow, stocks have gone up this morning.
Yeah, that's basically what Valor is doing at this point. He's like, he doesn't say anything. He's just I'm not joining the conversation.
Fane nudges Valor. Yes, dear.
Fane gets a
Yeah, Fane
Valor does not take his eyes off whatever he's reading.
Winston slowly leans over Valor's shoulder. What are you reading?
A novel I had on me.
Is it good?
It's pretty decent.
What's it about?
Suddenly, vampire pirates. Oh! Right!
Vampire pirates led by a fucking vampire beholder. Oh, right?
Fane! We won the bet! Pay up, you schmucks!
Fuck. Okay, fucking. You just
Didn't
palm
we
some
give-
gold into your hand, Vint.
Didn't we give the pot to Valor?
Oh,
You
right.
did indeed give the pot
Valor!
to Valor.
Valor, pay up!
Winston, realizing this, suddenly is trying to take his fucking gold back and fucking it, and then letting Valor hand out that.
Valor pulls out the stash.
What was the total money that was put on bet again?
6 to 6.
Okay,
I bet
so,
5. Winston bet 5, so I'm getting 5. Fane's getting 1.
that's not how a pot works. You both won, so
Mm.
you're both getting 3.
Not necessarily. If we're going by
I know.
however much is getting put in.
Yeah. Like, he put in 1, he gets an extra 1. I put in 5, I get an extra 5.
I mean, think about it like a horse race.
Yeah, I suppose.
The total amount doesn't get divided amongst everybody who wins the horse race.
I
It's
put in
odd.
5, I gain 3. What?
I guess. Yeah, you get 5.
Yay! I get my 5 and Winston's 5. I now have 31 gold.
You are currently the richest person in this fucking party. Would you like to go shopping?
No.
But Winston is like, so, he's flipping Vint off, but then turns back to Valor. So, what's it about?
It's
It's about last Tuesday.
not about last Tuesday. Hold up. I need to think of a book type.
No,
Fiction.
Neurotica.
Not fiction.
Men smooching.
Well, I mean, that seems accurate.
It does.
Give me
Man
a second.
titties.
I want to actually give like
A proper genre. I understand.
yeah.
Science fiction.
What would that be in a fantasy world?
What would fantasy be in a fantasy world?
Super
Just like
magic.
standard adventure.
In a world without magic. What?
Science fiction would be our fucking reality.
It's It's a book about political intrigue with a romantic subplot.
What the fuck did you just call me?
Huh. So, kissing and, like, political stuff.
Coups, possible murders, political disruption between royalty groups.
There's
You
like
mean-
a blank stare at the last part, but
You
He-
mean
he
the
gets
life?
most of it.
You mean the life we're living at the moment?
No.
Where's the romance subplot?
I mean, I can kiss him, and he points at you, Valor. We could do that. I mean, I can kiss you. He
When's-
points at you, Vint.
Winston, do you just want to kiss people?
The
Do you just
romance.
want an
He-
orgy?
he
Is that what you
pauses.
want?
He pauses and he thinks, I don't know if I want to kiss people.
The
You want an
romance.
orgy?
Get back to me in like maybe like
30
in his hand.
episodes.
30 episodes. get back to me later. I'll figure that out. I thought we were just trying to
the-
recreate the fucking book.
The romance subplot is just a Vint in his wallet.
Fane and Nafia laugh.
Valor does look at Tsalia. Yeah, I'm 90% sure we are not living a life of political intrigue.
We gotta get
Yet.
to, politics before we can have some intrigue in that regard. We're
Alright.
not deciding laws. We're not doing anything of that sort.
We are effectively, we are special forces units in a weird ass war where the other side is basically unknown. I'm pretty sure political intrigue's gonna be involved.
Yes, possibly in the future of the story, but not now.
You guys are just trying to make it home.
We are definitely not living a life of political intrigue now.
Look. There is no harem genre right now, but there could be.
That's just us and the fucking party members.
Vint steps on a landmine and blows up.
Vint
You know
gets
what?
bu-
Actually, we're getting pretty close to the harem genre. We got
Vint-
4 fucking NPCs.
Squeeze. Fane cuts off your head.
Vint gets bombed.
Nafia just starts stabbing your corpse.
Is he dead? Let's make sure of it.
Fucking
Several-
Winston carved you in half.
Several rats carry him into the basement.
Oh no, he's with his kind!
Oh no, it's Bob.
Oh no!
Bob has
Anyways.
returned for revenge.
The builder?
No.
No. Anyways, back on track. Back on track. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
Anybody else see the mayor pacing outside the front? I say, looking out a window, leaning over.
Well, I do now.
I can hear him.
Valor
can you-
stands up.
How can you hear him from outside?
He's walking on stone. And he has very not peasant shoes.
You know what? Fair enough. I won't argue with the blind man who can see things with his ears.
Valor takes this as the cue of we should probably finish up. Sadly closes his book and puts it away and stands up to leave.
No bookmark, fool.
He has a bookmark. Calm down.
You fucking narrator.
Nafia basically just goes back to giving Squee his common lessons. He does seem to be, taking to it quite well.
I just imagine he's yelling "fuck."
she stopped
Yesterday was
Tsalia real quick.
Tuesday.
She stopped Tsalia real quick. Do you want me to keep up everything with the priest, or is that something you guys got?
We'll probably be taking it from here, but keep your eye out.
Got it. And then she goes back to giving the goblin some English lessons.
English.
We'll call it. It's Spanish lessons. There we go.
We're all speaking Spanish. Listen to this Spanish accent.
You're speaking German now.
Habla español.
But the mayor does perk up when you all exit the inn. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad that I caught you. You all aren't planning on leaving anytime soon, are you? I know
Nah,
you still have some unfinished business.
nah. Captain's out of commission for a week or so.
Yeah, we have unfinished business and our ride is currently heavily injured.
I mean, leaving Mirestone.
Ah,
Mm,
Well, we
Oh.
don't have any more goblins to go chase down, or pirates that we know of at the moment.
yeah, we got no leads on pirates, and his island is not small.
Well, obviously, I can try to assist you in any way I can by offering any documents from the
God, he sounds so
library.
pompous.
But
That's Buzz. He sounds so pompous.
but I would really like to ask you to stay. Right now, we're still trying to set up defenses, and we have no idea if they'll arrive sooner than we're prepared. I would prefer to have proper muscle on hand, especially with everything you've done so far.
I
We
do
could
not.
use the help.
I do not see any harm in that,
Um, Sorry.
especially considering there is no current reason for us to leave town.
Good. Thank the gods. I want to make sure that everything is attended to. And seeing as with all your discoveries thus far, I can only assume the worst about my scouting parties.
Right.
Yeah.
Want to
That
know
is-
the people we recovered them.
Hopefully, when this is all over, we can try to discover what has happened to them. If there's any bodies to recover, or hopefully if there's any lives to be returned. Right. If you need anything from me, I will be in the library, and of course, town is yours to explore for now. The guard are on hand if you need them.
That
And
is a bad idea.
Give me command over all the guards. I dare you.
you are, you are digging yourself a hole, my guy. But I bid you good day.
Oh, right. Real quick.
Yes.
I didn't correct the Eastern town. You absolutely got all the credit when I warned them.
Oh,
What did you
You-
tell them exactly?
I just told them there were pirates. I told them that they shouldn't let that ship stop for any Arunian or Amican ships out there, because pirates got douche nozzles on both sides.
Right, they are wearing both sets of armor.
I told them to either hunker down and set up defenses or come to Merston proper.
I appreciate the good word, but I'll make sure that once this is all over, that you are given the proper credit you are due.
I give a shit.
And he heads off to the library.
Nerd. I don't say that.
I
So,
get slap the vent.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have any actual pressing things to do at the moment?
Priest.
Prisoners.
Right.
Honestly, I think I'll take the day, keep my eye on the priest. If you guys want to squeeze the prisoners as much as possible.
Take Nafia with you.
Not
Pardon
Nafia's
me?
teaching Squee. We need him learned.
But Nafia has a better stealth.
Nafia
They both
has a
have-
+8 now.
Yeah.
And I also now have a +8.
Yeah. They both have basically the same stealth.
Nafia has a better perception.
Yes. But we need Squee learned so that he can, be useful.
What is Azure doing right now? Wow, he's far gone.
Did you find some fucking suit?
Damn, Azure. Damn, Azure, when did your skin turn
D&D
green and mildly fluffy? You sound like Kermit.
Hi, how are you?
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. And Vint has already said that he's planning to go off on his own.
Vint, this is your conscience.
Alright.
Why are you speaking all of a sudden? Fucking conscience. Never piped up before.
Okay. Alright.
$12 seconds. So yeah. You guys gonna go squeeze the prisoners?
I am.
I'll go to look intimidating, I guess, but I am not the greatest at interrogating.
Take the other 2 muscle as well while you're at it.
Does
Yeah, right.
anybody have any intimidation?
Like, I
Doesn't-
haven't. Okay, Valor technically has a +3 to intimidation, but Valor personality-wise is not a good intimidator. Like, he can act it, he can probably act good at intimidation. He has a +5 to performance, but actually speaking and intimidating someone, he doesn't usually like to do. So he'll stand there, but he doesn't normally want to be the one talking.
All you need to do is lean close to them and breathe.
Yeah.
You're right, I can do that.
Coffee for your thing. Vint will have he's just making sure that he knows what the party is doing and where he can find them. He will absolutely head out before everyone else even gets up from the table.
Uh-huh.
Serendipitous.
Surreptitiously?
Mhm. Yeah.
Vint thinks he's this is going to be a reoccurring thing. Vint's just slowly going to think he's going insane.
I'm seeing gods. I'm being talked to in my head. Like this crazy.
I'm looking at the cantrip itself real quick. Yeah, it doesn't say that I automatically know you. Like sending does, I think.
The one thing is you do have to whisper it. However, Valor's not paying attention, so I know for a fact Valor is not going to see whatever you do.
Well, Vint, you hear a voice in your head claiming to be your conscience.
Does Azure do a voice, or does he not?
Okay, so because Vint can't see you, and no one knows that you have message, you're putting on a voice, so just give me a deception with advantage. Please be a 20. Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, perfect.
I
22.
with that roll, my insight, I need a 19 or higher.
I
No.
need a 19 or higher. Gets an 18. Just one off.
God damn.
You have your doubts, but you believe it. You're not able to sniff out the deception.
What the fuck? I'll look at the sky. Are you fucking with me? Yeah, you'll hear this. But Vince looking at the sky, going to reach for his fucking the amulet that he got from the god. So, go for it.
Oh my god.
Just watch.
Okay. He doesn't believe it's his conscience, but he believes it's a god fucking with him.
I mean, it would be on par with Galena, but she's out of commission for now.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, go for it. No.
You could
Oh,
do
that's
this
beautiful.
so easily to Valor. I don't have a modifier for insight.
Oh my god. But Vint is such a good victim.
Mint is a great victim. Mint is a better victim than Valor is. I'm just saying mechanically, Valor would not be able to suss it out all that easily.
Alright. So, basically, the entire party is, except for Vint, Nafia, and Squee, are going to the prison.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm just gonna be there
Do
to
prison things. I need piss.
I'm just gonna be there to look to perform and act intimidating. I'm not actually trying to be actually speak intimidation, because I don't want to speak.
Yeah, you don't want to.
Valor doesn't want to.
Okay. So, when you all arrive, a guard that is kind of doing some paperwork at a small desk does look up. And for a moment, there's a bit of confusion, then he just snaps his fingers. You're looking to interrogate the prisoners.
That would be a yes.
Well, have at it. Just keep the cells locked. Don't rough them up. And all three of them are locked in separate cells. As you're entering, you do hear like two of them berating one other, kind of just insulting him, and a few times just drifting into like different languages to spit different insults. But the second you all enter, the commotion dies down.
Don't stop on our account.
And the one that we'll just call the head honcho for now just kind of spits off to the side. What are you doing here?
Information gathering.
You're not going to get anything from me.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm loyal to my captain. Not getting a peep.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. You have perfectly described what I envision as an Imperial officer.
So you're not saying anything, correct? Is Valor kind of like aiding and like trying to be menacing, like using his height as well?
Valor is the 7'2" dragonborn with glowing eyes.
Right. So
Yes.
Fane
I
and
feel.
Winston.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
I would like to say I also feel like it's pretty dark in here,
Fairly, yeah. There's some
which
light
I like
coming
to
through.
think accentuates the fact that there is this 7'2" monstrosity looking down at them with just these bright eyes looking at them.
And Fane and Winston are also going to be, at Azure's back. Winston cracking his knuckles, Fane arms folded over his chest. So, Azure, you have 3 massive units behind you as you're just giving this imperious, just death glare. Give me an intimidation. What's the word? Fucking this is weird. Dispassionate? Callous? Oh, I love it. Give me
How does one-
intimidation with advantage.
I was gonna say, how can you hate something? How can you hate that which you never cared about?
I'm back.
Right?
Obviously, you have 3 fucking units behind you, giving you some backup. This man, he tries to act resolute and defiant, but you can tell at a glance that his resolve is shaken, and he is kind of he's trying to put on the front and trying to save face, but he's also internally fearing for his fucking life. Oh yeah, this guy is not good at like fucking deceiving or anything. He's not in a position where he can. Mm-hmm. I have such a big grin on my face right now.
It's a Cheshire. It's a Cheshire cat smile.
Predatory. You can see that the two, others, like, they're getting just the second hand from it, but they're cracking worse. The main guy is grimacing, and his gaze is flicking. No, you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me. My captain's more important than whatever bullshit you can pull. Not gonna get me.
What up?
Listen, either you can deal with my sadistic friends, or you can go ahead and talk to me.
Okay. So before I'm gonna have you roll too, Tsalia, but before we do that, Azure, make me another advantage intimidation, because Jesus fucking Christ. Just chef's kiss, holy fuck. This is beautiful.
Oh God!
Yeah. Tsalia. For your part, was that for persuasion?
Persuasion.
Give me another one. You were also gonna roll with advantage because of that. He's basically softening them up, and you're coming in with the kind of the sugar to kind of pull them back.
Good cop, bad cop.
It looks as though the pirate is about to say something, but before he can even, the seller aside. He hired us. They hired us. They told us that the island's gonna be ours. We have no allegiance to them. We're not part of theirs. They were just paying us. And then the archer at his side is like, nothing. We have no allegiances to them.
Do you have any names?
I'll fucking kill you. as you turn, like giving them that body language, that look, the holdout, as we'll call him, he becomes indignant, almost belligerent, as he slams himself up against the bars and like just starts shoving his arm through, trying to grab at you, yelling obscenities. And then before anything can even happen, there's just a quick step, and Winston punches him in the face through the bars.
Oh, I
sending
wanted to
him
do
tumbling
something
to the
instead.
ground.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you wanted to do something? Go.
I
what
wanted
did you want to do?
when he does that, I wanted Valor to step up and grab his wrist and hold him there. Not let him move from that position.
Yeah.
Winston still punches him.
He cannot get out of my grasp. And I stare at him.
Yeah. Why not both? Just like Vince said, why not both? You know. And then fucking Winston joins you, Valor, just kind of glaring down at this man as he's just hanging with like a now bruised cheek and a little bit of blood dripping from his nose. Fucking bastards! And
Oh, I have an idea. He gets a voice in his head. A deep, low voice. You have made so many mistakes today.
Like,
As Valor does not say a verbal word and keeps staring at the guy.
his fucking expression. His fucking expression drops and wavers, and then he's like tries to stay resolute. Give me a fucking intimidation at advantage, because Jesus Christ, you all are just bullying these men with brute force.
These guys are slowly starting to think we're far more magical than we actually are.
I mean, there's also the fact that you like it's fuck, dude. This is beautiful. I can't stop grinning.
The mage hand intimidation, the telepathic communication intimidation, just like, oh fuck, these guys got a lot of magic. Oh.
He is like you can see he's trying. You can see he's fucking trying, but you can feel like in the grip of your arm, he's starting to shake.
I don't let his arm go, by the way.
Oh no, I assume not. And back to Tsalia and Azure. Right before the two tried to give their names, the holdout just shouts, "Don't you fucking dare! You idiots! Don't you know what they're doing?"
Gently caress his cheek. Gently caress his cheek.
They're bent. They're bent mostly. You'll get your turn.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
Choppy music.
Okay, so back to Tsalia and Azure and the other two goons.
Pause. Choppy music.
Oh,
Yep.
Let's take care of that. There we go. Let's back up. One of these days we'll figure it out. We'll do some testing. We'll figure it out.
No, we won't.
I wonder if it's just like the time that it's like running or something like that. Anyways, back to the goons.
Lagoon.
They're just kind of looking at Tsalia and Azure, just kind of like definitely shit fucking scared.
Well, a name? Do we have one?
Why do you have to fucking do this to me? Let me. I gotta write these down so I don't fucking forget.
Cable.
No, I didn't expect the names.
Always expect names.
Henry.
Always expect
should.
names.
Cable and Henrik.
I literally have a list of names for this kind of thing.
I honestly might as well do the fucking. I'm just gonna have like a hat, right? And I'm gonna have a bunch of names in it. I'm gonna pull names out of a hat. Jesse, James, Jonathan. Fucking.
Of course, Pokemon straight away.
Jonathan. It's not Meowth. It's Jonathan. Simon and the archer. Cass.
Good. That wasn't very hard now, was it?
Wait, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
You were asking for their names, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was a little bit confused.
We don't know. He never saw us. He had his first mate handle all the business with our not captain. What?
It would be a bandit captain.
Boss? A boss. But you. The first mate was named Caldwell. That's all we really knew him by. Big, burly orc man, but he had like these kind of almost like sort of like jewelry, but it was like these big kind of like golden tusks like at the side of his chin. A lot of piercings, tattoos. Never wore a fucking shirt.
Who needs shirts? Sleeves are bullshit.
Real fucking biter. Real fucking asshole. Real quick, there was one other thing that the archer this time, Cass will add. Fucker kind of carried himself almost like you do. A bit more flamboyant, probably. Well, yeah, real fucking dick. We swear, we really didn't really interact with him that much. It was all the boss,
Do you know if they had a ship nearby?
Well, fucking course, they're pirates, aren't they?
Do you know where it was?
The direct western, no, eastern. Yeah, eastern. Eastern coast. They didn't like. They would send boats to the shore, and we would just hand off like that. Kept the big shit. Say that again. Black sails, a bit of like a dark kind of crimson hull with some almost goldish accents, but not quite gold. And the flag had a skull with roses growing around it.
Do you know what they wanted with the people?
They seem hesitant. And the holdout kind of chuffs a bit. Not gonna be so open now, are you?
I glance toward Azure.
We're not trying to. It's just, they're trying, but then like they immediately like shy away, kind of like shrinking under your gaze. Yeah, but what? Oh, fuck you! Oh, you can my fucking. What? You're gonna make friends with the fucking slavers? That's what you're gonna fucking do?
Ooh, he spilled some beans.
Valor, you feel him kind of straining against your arm, but instead of pulling away, it's more like he's trying to push as he's like kind of slamming up against the bars. McCoy's gonna fuck your fucking brains out!
Hey,
He'll fucking take you. He'll fucking take you. He'll rip your goddamn head off. I fucking swear.
Well,
He'll have you.
Well, I do. Okay. I mean, he's already told us. He's already told us that there's slavers and that it is McCoy we're dealing with. Good point. He's stroking his face spikes.
You
McCoy
get
fucking, you're a fancy fucker, yeah? McCoy likes him like you.
you
Go ahead, Valor.
you get a telepathic message back. I trust you. Although I have an idea of my own as well, if I feel it is alright. No. I don't believe so. There's a swish. There's the mental telepathic response. Okay, that you get back.
Standard humanoid.
I'll gut you.
Fane and Winston are kind of looking at each other as you say this. I guess.
Can I see them look at each other and then give them both a telepathic message of this is just an act. Calm down. He's not actually doing anything.
Give me a. Trying to decide if this should be a deception or intimidation here, because both I feel like work. Fuck it, scare him. Give me another intimidation.
Question: can I make it an advantage? Can I help him and make it an advantage?
I'm pretty sure you've been helping him this whole time, so that's
Okay.
give him another advantage. Y'all got that menace. Y'all got that menace on you.
I was gonna do something specific.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Oh my god.
Valor to aid in this possible plaything motion of Azure being able to enjoy or possibly witness things happen. He's pushing up against the bars, like he's trying to get to Azure, right?
Yeah.
Valor takes a small step back. He's still holding the wrist, pulls his shoulder flush against the bars, puts one foot down, steadies himself with his own tail, and lifts his leg up and presses it in the bars against the man's chest as if he were about to dislocate this man's shoulder with just the pull of his arm.
Fuck! Just gods! By the fucking gods!
And you can see, like, between, like, the pain and the fear, he's like, you fucking can't do nothing to me. That you can't fucking break me. You can't fucking break me. Yes.
The
Are
enemy,
you,
right?
you're talking about the enemy country? The enemy country? Yes. Damn it. Holy fuck. Goddamn. The Caldwell, not Caldwell, fucking, Simon immediately blurts out, they're taking the prisoners down to the southern side of the island. From there, they're planning on doing fucking whatever with them. Probably down to Kraken's Keep or even Amica. They're collecting them down at the southern end. beneficent.
Save it. Save it. Definitely save it.
Say,
Save it. Write it down. Do it later in the campaign if we have to do this again.
What? You're gonna let a fucking pirate and 2 slavers live? Like we were ever gonna get out of here alive. This island was ours. This island belonged to us. Before you fucking Aryans kicked us out. We're gonna take it back. It's gonna be fucking ours again.
I'm going to, at him saying this, I'm going to go ahead and cast Chill Touch around his throat. And I'm going to yell, "How about instead I rip your soul out of your body and sell it to the devils? Would you rather be dealing with the 9 hells?"
This one, this, like, he kind of ignores you two for a moment. Like, he like is straining against like the grip of his shoulder and the hand on his throat, but he does his best to kind of speak at the other two. Don't you fuck his kid? We're already in the fucking cells. There was never gonna be a second chance for any of us. You could have at least kept your fucking spines before you died. Better to keep my... I'd rather die with my fucking pride. quick pause. Quick pause. Quick pause. You say Amica sends the regards. Give me a deception.
I'm normally not one to rush games, but I am getting very sleepy.
Yeah, we'll do my thing next session. Like, we're not doing this tonight. I gotta make sleepy noises.
You can see his expression shift. Amica. You're the buggers that hired us.
God damn it, Coffee was fucking right.
Line and sinker. Oh shit.
I mean, that is technically a piece of information.
That is a big piece of information.
See, here's the thing, though. How much more, like out of character, how much more information do you genuinely think we can get out of this? Because we know where they've been taking everyone. We know who the first mate and who the captain is. We have probably an approximate knowledge that there's at least a ship's worth of individuals. We have who hired everyone, and the fact that they want to take back the island to make it theirs. So we know that Amican individuals are actively attempting to enslave these individuals from Arun with the deal that once everyone is captured, the pirates will get the island back. What else is there to find, information-wise? Fair. That's fair.
You lot promised us this island back. You promised us our home back. Are you going back on your deal?
This dude thinks some fucking Amican, like, high and mighty person just walked into a fucking prison full of Arunians.
Well, for the most part, the Isle of Myr is one of the more neutral areas, which is why Captain Carroll is able to bounce from Amica and Arun.
Still. They don't seem to like Amica around here.
There's reasons.
What I'm saying is he's a moron.
Yeah. Like, realistically, the only way he, like, if he's a smart boy, he would have thought, if this guy's Amican, they've taken the island already. It's theirs now.
Azure, give me just a, let's see here. What do I want to use?
Cha-cha-cha-cha. Come here, kitty.
You know what?
Snuggle toy.
Okay.
Kitten.
Give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom.
Or not check. Wisdom save.
Save? Huh?
PTSD.
I was thinking to make it a flat wisdom check, but
That is not good.
there is a flicker of light. And Valor, you feel the man jerk in your grasp.
Oh.
And you look as a crystalline rapier has been plunged straight through his chest. You promised us.
Can I grab Azure's hand as well? Like, I take my foot off of the man's chest. I'm still holding his arm, but I grab Azure's as well. Azure.
Azure, we've got what we need.
Joke's on you, you fucking liar. I died for my pride.
And the light goes out of his eyes.
I died with my pride. You spilled more beans than anyone.
There's some things that he was able to keep.
Hey, just because he kept some beans doesn't mean he didn't spill more than the other two.
In his eyes, he didn't start cowering away like the other two did.
He died a fool.
I let go of the dead man's hand.
He slumps against the bars and
I don't
against really the rapier.
I don't let go of Azure. Azure.
Oh, go ahead.
Please, we just
needed money.
Valor turns to them now and goes, "Calm down. I'm going to say here and now, nothing will happen to you."
That's
He's-
not for us to decide.
He says it in Valor's like, I'm not acting here. I'm genuinely like, nothing will happen.
The guard does rush in, hearing like the sudden like shift. And he looks at the slumped corpse and then at Azure. Why the hell? I thought I told you to not rough them up too much.
I grasp Azure, I yank his arm around to face me and go, "That did not give you the right to murder him here and now." I'm still holding on to Azure's arm. pirates never gave you that right.
Thane and Winston kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Valor kind of takes the arm that he's holding, the one that Azure still has the rapier in, and gently lowers the weapon and takes his other hand and puts it on Azure's other arm. The grip is still there, it still has the strength to it, but it's softer here. And Valor says, I get that. I do. But currently he can do no harm. He couldn't do any harm here. We will make sure it doesn't happen. But that still does not give you the right to kill him when no one is in danger in this place.
The guard steps up. I can't exactly fault you the most for killing a pirate, but I'm gonna at least need someone to explain to me what happened. You've done a lot for us. I'm sure we can forgive this, given you haven't slaughtered the entire prison, but this can't happen again.
Valor speaks up and says, the pirates and the bandits. The bandits were hired by the pirates. The pirates were hired by Amica.
Quite a clusterfuck there.
Amica promised the island back to the pirates if the pirates could deliver everyone on the island to Amica.
I see.
Azure, I suspect had an event happen at some point within his life. That is my guess.
Well, I'll have to inform the mayor, but from now on, I can't let you in these cells anymore.
I don't
If there's ever a circumstance where you need to interrogate someone, we're going to have you supervised by other guards.
That does make sense. And I apologize for this happening.
Just
Had I...
Just get out of here for now. I have to clean up this body.
Right. I gently pull Azure with me towards the door. Like, not in a, you are coming with me, in a, let's go this way kind of motion. But I don't let go of Azure, especially the hand that still is holding the weapon.
In a daze.
Catatonic?
Close enough. He's out of it.
His brain is AFK.
And with that, Vint, you are eyeing up the priest.
I am.
And that's where this session ends. We will get to your adventure and the rest of the rest period, the downtime, next session.
Vint is eyeing up the priest.
I'm gonna make a joke, but once the recording is over.
Coward, say it on recording.
No.